Shalom. I want to start off by saying Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, Kol Halo Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. Again, the name of the Father is Yahweh, and his Son's name is Yahweh Shai HaMashiach. This ain't going to be too long. I just want to read this article. Era of hit and run strikes over. So according to Khomeini, any attack on Iran's bases will get heavy responses. Khomeini. Any attacks on Iranian military facilities will be met with a tough military response, Iranian Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei said. He also accused Washington of engaging in conflict with Iran and shifting its cost to others, which is true, because right now they got Jordan along in the fight. Why? Because they agreed we have to contain Iran in Syria and stop its influence in the Middle East. All right? His words came after Syrian army bases were hit in an alleged missile attack, which we all know it was the main candidate is Israel. They didn't deny it. They didn't claim responsibility for it either. All right, but all intelligence sources, all eyes are on Syria. It hasn't escaped anybody's minds. Pentagon denied it, but we all know Pentagon are liars and they're in bed with Israel, with Benjamin Netanyahu. The era of hit-and-run strikes has passed, Ayatollah Khamenei said during a meeting with a group of Iranian workers on Monday. He then warned that if the U.S. or any of its allies decide to attack the Islamic Republic or its bases, their actions will be met with a much stronger response. His statements came just hours after the reports of an alleged attack on the Syrian army's position in the countryside of Hama and Aleppo provinces. The Syrian state media said that the military bases were targeted in a missile strike launched by the unspecified enemy. In the meantime, Iran dismissed reports about its military advisors allegedly being affected by the strike. All right, and again in Homs province, it was an airstrike, all right, which we all know is Benjamin Netanyahu. And of course, the United States is in bed with Benjamin Netanyahu, and they know full well. All right, so I want to point out, how Israel does, Benjamin Netanyahu does lobby for war. Okay, it's a money thing. All right, this is him lobbying for United States of America to enter the Iraq war. Why? Because he knows full well Saddam Hussein had weapons of mass destruction. So take a look.
There is no question whatsoever that Saddam is seeking and is working and is advancing towards the development of nuclear weapons. No question whatsoever. And there is no question that once he acquires it, history shifts immediately.
No, they would be protected. All right, Russia has a nuclear weapon. You act like we have to go and make war with them now. All right, you swear like if Saddam Hussein did have weapons of mass destruction, you swear like he's just going to go shoot him. It means everyone's going to shoot him with nuclear weapons. It's a deterrent. It's called balance of power.
The dangers posed by a nuclear-armed Saddam were understood by my country 2 decades ago, well before September 11th. In 1981, the late Prime Minister of Israel, Menachem Begin, dispatched the Israeli Air Force on a pre-dawn raid that destroyed the Iraqi nuclear reactor at Osirak. This probably took place months away from Saddam's ability to assemble the critical mass of plutonium for the first atomic bomb.
What a bold-faced lie. See, nothing the United States of America or Benjamin Netanyahu says has any credibility. You have to dismiss everything they say because they're known liars. It's a fact. All right? So, again, of course, the mainstream media is in support of all this. And either way, it's a win-win for the Middle East because the United States of America is losing credibility. All right? Benjamin Netanyahu and the United States of America are alone. So either way, they're losing credibility. What's really going on is Iran isn't using the United States dollar anymore. Doesn't want to use it. It has every right, if it wanted to have nuclear weapons. But it's abiding by the JCPOA Act. All right, it's abiding by all the rules and everything, and now Benjamin Netanyahu is pushing for they have weapons, they have They're really trying to contain Iran and Russia. And of course, this is on YouTube. You think Putin doesn't have YouTube? Putin knows full well he has shit we don't even know of. He knows full well Benjamin Netanyahu's full of shit. He knows it's really an attempt to contain Russia, contain Iran. Anyways, you could see they're making moves for war already. This is Benjamin Netanyahu. Wasn't aware of the camera. If you didn't read that, he said the Arabs are involved in a war on terror. He was basically saying how to deal with the Palestinians is you just have to keep hitting them over and over and over again so they don't even think about retaliating back to you or even stepping up to you. We'll say, how come you're conquering? World won't say a thing. With America, I know what America is. America is something that can easily be moved to the right direction. They say that they're for us. They won't get in our way. 80% of Americans support us. It's absurd. We have that kind of support, and we say, anyways, you get the point. All right, again, we're in the midst of World War III right now. Putin knows full well that Benjamin Netanyahu's full of it. Really, it's a show of weakness on Benjamin Netanyahu's part and a show of weakness on the United States of America's part for even tolerating that goal, that BS. All right, Trump knows that too. They've been meaning to overthrow Iran for a long time. All right, and that's the permanent state trying to do that. Anyways, this isn't like I'm not trying to get all deep into the lesson or whatever or what I'm trying to say. But either way, we're in the midst of World War III right now. Either way, the more and more United States of America and Benjamin Netanyahu lose credibility, it's bad for them. All right? Bad for them. All right, Jeremiah 51:11. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. Yahweh hath raised up the spirit of the kings and the Medes. All right? That's Russia and quite possibly everyone who's allied with Russia, for his devices against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of Yahweh. All right, this Babylon he's talking about is the United States of America. The vengeance of his temple. Set up the standard upon the walls of Babylon, America. Make the watch strong. Set up the watchmen. Prepare the ambushes. Right now, they are preparing the ambushes. So many countries taking gold out of the Federal Reserve. Iran's not using the United States dollar anymore. It doesn't want to. All right, you tried overthrowing their government. You keep trying to tolerate Israel doing these illegal attacks on them, and no one will stand up and say anything about it. And if they do, they still tolerate it anyways. Just like United States saying, we don't want to police the world. That's not true. Then take your bases off the Korean Peninsula, move all your bases away from Iran, move your bases. You don't want to police the world. You are policing the world. All right, you're actually a terror to everyone in the world. You're actually offsetting balance. You're creating terrorism in the Middle East. You're destabilizing the Middle East and taking their resources. You fund terrorism. You created a false flag attack, a false flag chemical weapon attack in Syria. Why? To overthrow Assad and take his resources. Why? Because you don't want Russia and Iran to have allies such as Syria, and you don't want them to even come up financially, because financially or economically, they do have oil there, and they're allies with Iran and Russia. All right, so the ambushes are being laid right now. For Yahweh hath both devised and done that which he spake against the inhabitants of Babylon, America. O that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures, thine end is come, and the measure of thy covetousness. Again, we're in the midst of World War III right now. It's inevitable. Israel and Iran will go to war, which will spark World War III, and United States of America and Russia will engage in war, and it's going to spark World War III. We're in the midst of World War III right now. So with that, I'm going to say Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, Call Hello Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, double honors Apostle Elders, Great Millstone, who are the holy apostle prophets mentioned in the book of Revelation, and bless Akim, that are pushing the word in true sincerity. To all you men of Great Millstone, I say Barakatam, Bahasham Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, Waha, Racha, Kodash, and Shalom.